Hello and welcome to beautiful Southern California. Thank you for joining me for this yoga class. And thank yourself for taking the time out of your day to come onto your mat and just get into your body for a moment. Today we are going to start in a seated posture. So go ahead and find yourself, if you have a cushion or a folded up blanket, that would be perfect to just give your hips a little bit of elevation. If you do not, another option, if you're on a mat, is to fold up the back of your mat and then sit onto that fold just to give yourself a little bit of elevation into the hips. It'll help you sit with a taller spine and help your legs not fall asleep so easily. So go ahead and just allow yourself to be comfortable into your sit bones. Allow your palms to just rest upon your knees. And take a moment, just turn internally. Allow your eyes to rest closed. And just find your breath. Notice your breath. Take a moment to slow your breath and deepen your breath. Sending each inhale deep into your lungs. Really, it's kind of like a grounding breath. It's like as you inhale, you're sending that breath all the way down through your sits bones and deep into the earth. And exhaling, just allowing it to release out of you quite naturally. A deep grounding inhale. And a full relieving exhale. Now keep your eyes closed. We're going to get into some visualization here. First, I want you to start to just feel your sit bones into the earth. So as you're breathing deep into your earth, to your sit bones, you are sending that breath down through to the earth. So from your sit bones, I want you to just root deep through to the earth here. Feel that groundedness, that almost like a heaviness, as if there's like a net that's connected to your sit bones and pulling you down towards the earth. Nice and grounded. Just become aware of the pressure of your sit bones into the earth. Simple as that. Keep following your breath. Now I want you to start in your head to just picture your pelvis. Become aware of the pelvis, where it is, how your sit bones connect to it. Your pelvis in your mind, it's going to become a bowl, and those sit bones are kind of like the base of that bowl. And I want you to fill this bowl up to the brim with water or whatever fluid you would like. And I want you to start to just rock this bowl forward, and you're going to notice a bit of that fluid flows out the front of that bowl. Then rock that pelvis back through center. And then your pelvis or your bowl is going to rock back, and a bit of that fluid, that water, is going to pour out the back of the bowl. Come back through center. Rock the bowl forward, allowing the water to pour out the front. Come back through center. Rock the pelvis back, allowing the water to pour out the back. Back through center. Continue this at your pace, really getting deep into that visualization. See if you can even hear the water pouring out from the bowl. And then coming to stillness, and then pouring out the back of the bowl. And coming through to stillness. So as you keep moving through this at your pace with your breath, bring your awareness back to those sit bones. Notice how as you tilt the bowl forward so the water pours out the front, the sit bones kind of open up and they become wide in the back. And then notice as you tilt the bowl back so the water pours down out the back of the bowl, the sit bones kind of roll forward towards the front and become a little bit more narrow. Come back through center. Roll through this a few times, just noticing what the sit bones are doing, the way their contact with the earth is changing, and what's happening within your body here. So you roll that bowl forward so the water pours out the front, the sit bones open up and widen in the back, creating a little bit of space. And then as you pour the water out the back of the bowl, those sit bones come close together, narrow towards the front. A couple more times here. These sensations here, they're going to be different for everyone. So just notice what you feel in your body. That's all that's important here. Go ahead and find stillness right in the center. Allow those ripples of motion of the water to come to stillness. Take a deep inhale. Exhale it out. Now that bowl of water is going to start to shift from left to right. So go ahead and tilt the bowl to the left and have a little bit of water pour out that left side. Come back through center. Tilt the bowl to the right. Allow a little bit of that water to pour out the right edge of the bowl and come back through center. And switching sides. Back through center and switching sides. You're going to notice there's really not too much motion here. It's almost just like a transfer of weight from one sit bone to the other. Try to keep your shoulders and upper body as still as possible. We're really just trying to move through the pelvis here. And the movement is so minimal. Just a slight transfer of weight from one sit bone to the other. Keeping your eyes closed to stay within that visualization. And go ahead and find yourself back in center. Allow those ripples to come to stillness in your bowl once again. Take a deep inhale. Sigh it out. Now you're going to roll that bowl forward. Keep those eyes closed. Stay inside. Roll the bowl forward. The water pours out the front. And you're going to start to roll it around to the right side. And then through to the back. Making a circle with this bowl so that the water pours out every edge of the bowl. Following the border of the bowl. A smooth, steady, flowing. Remember to try to hear that water. Make that visualization so strong. Listen to the sounds. And once you get back to the front, go ahead and switch the direction, circling around over to the other side. It's really just the pelvis kind of moving here. You're going to notice that your upper body does move a little bit, but really just focus on that bowl of water, tilting it from one edge to the other, allowing that water to just pour smoothly over each edge of the bowl, consistently over all the edges of the bowl. You're going to notice that, yeah, sometimes it feels like the water kind of stops pouring. There's a tight spot, and that's completely normal. Completely normal. Just do your best. And just become aware of any tightness, anything that you may feel that doesn't feel quite right, and that's okay. Next time you come around back to center, start to just settle into your sit bones. Allow those ripples in the water to come to stillness again. You're going to find the sweet spot, the spot where you feel like you can sit with the most erect spine. And just take a moment there. Sitting deep into the sweet spot. It's a different spot for everyone. The sweet spot of what I'm talking about is where the pelvis is within that range of open and closed, where the sit bones are within that range of open and closed. Everyone's going to find a different sweet spot. Go ahead and take a deep inhale. Roll those shoulders up and back. Exhale it out. One more time. Deep inhale. Roll the shoulders up. Exhale. Roll them back. Go ahead and inhale. Arms reach up overhead. Maybe give a slight opening to the eyes. Just a nice soft gaze reaching towards the sky. Exhale. Bring the palms to heart center. Go ahead and stretch those arms forward, reaching them out in front of you, however far that is for you. And just take a few breaths here. Keep your sit bones heavy into the earth. If this is early in the morning, don't stress yourself. Keep it, nice and simple. No need to put any pressure. No need to put any more tension. Be gentle with yourself. Take another breath in. Go ahead and exhale and walk your hands back towards your shins. Go ahead and switch the cross of the legs. Go ahead and place your palms onto your knees once again. We're going to do kind of a seated cat-cow here. So you're going to open up, inhaling, opening your heart. Your gaze rises just a bit. And as you exhale, almost like you're pressing into your knees, that belly is pulling towards the spine, and your gaze is going to come towards your navel. Inhaling, creating space into your hips, creating space into your heart, opening up. Exhale, rounding the spine, gaze towards the navel. Inhaling to open the heart. And exhaling to round. Inhaling to open. Exhaling to round. Allow that lower belly to be slightly activated here, almost as if the belly just below the belly button, so the belly between the belly button and the pubic bone. Just pull that in towards your spine and then just lightly pull it up towards your heart. You're going to notice that you get a little bit more space into your low back and into your hips as you move through this. Space is always a beautiful thing to have in our bodies. Exhaling to round. Now go ahead and bring your awareness to your shoulders. And not just your shoulders, but your shoulder blades specifically. Notice the motions that they have. Notice as your heart draws forward, your shoulder blades kind of pull down and back, as if they're coming narrow and down towards your spine and almost slipping back. If you had jeans on, they'd be coming back towards your back pockets. Then as you exhale and your body kind of rounds forward, your shoulder blades kind of open up and they widen away from each other. Coming through center, inhaling, opening up. Just continuing this at your pace, being aware of what the shoulder blades are doing. It's almost like they're gliding across the back of your ribs. It's almost like a little massage that you're giving yourself doing this. Enjoy that. One more. Go ahead and find yourself in neutral. Take a deep inhale, arms rise up overhead. Exhale, palms come to heart center. And go ahead once again, stretch those arms out forward. Keeping those sit bones nice and heavy into the earth. If you don't feel too much tension on the back of your neck, you can allow your head to hang a little bit. But if you're feeling tension, support your head a little bit. We don't need to create any more tension. Just continuing to breathe here for another 1 or 2 deep breaths. Deep inhale. And as you exhale, walk those hands back in. Beautiful. Go ahead and extend your legs out to each side, however that is for you. Inhale, arms rise up overhead. Exhale, left arm drops towards the earth and right arm arcs over the top. Inhale through center. Exhale, arcing. Gaze towards the sky. Inhale through center. Exhale, arc. Inhale through. Exhale, arc. And as you move through this, notice what your sit bones are doing. You might notice that the weight is transferring from one sit bone to the other. Do your best here to keep both sit bones nice and grounded evenly into the earth as you move through this. Mostly just arcing from the upper spine, the thoracic spine here. Take a moment to stay here onto the left. Breathing here. Be sure to press the earth away from you with that base hand. Try not to sink in your shoulder. We don't need any more scrunchiness in our shoulders. Stretch that arm out, pressing the earth away from you, reaching long. Breathe here. If you'd like to, you can turn your gaze towards the sky, keeping the heart nice and open. Inhale up through center. Other side, stay here for a moment, continuing to breathe. Thinking about pressing the earth away from you, creating space. This helps you, pressing the earth away helps you create space into your low back, space into your hips. And as you're here, your lower core can even be supporting that low spine a little bit, pulling in towards the spine and up towards your heart. The gaze can rise up towards the sky. Another full breath here, in and out. Go ahead and inhale up through center. Exhale. Go ahead and pull your hands in front of you. Just walk your hands forward a little bit. We're going to keep our heart open here. We're not going to drop down. We're not going to round the spine. We're going to keep our spine nice and flat. And that's going to mean a different thing for everyone. So find your comfortable spot with your hands, with your back nice and flat. Palms can be in front of you. If you have blocks, you can place your hands onto blocks here. Breathe here for a moment. Take a deep inhale and a full exhale. Allow yourself to soften with each exhale, keeping that heart lifted forward. The toes are pulling back towards your body. If this creates too much tension in the back of your knees, you can relax your feet a little bit. We don't want there to be too much tension in the back of your knees. Everyone's different. You're going to take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, press the earth away with your palm. You're going to round the spine a little bit. Gaze comes towards your navel. Inhale, almost like you're pulling the earth underneath you with your palms, opening up the heart. Exhale, press the earth away. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, press and round. Inhale, pull and open. Exhale, press and round. As you move through this, those shoulder blades are going to be doing that similar thing. As you pull forward, their shoulder blades are pulling down your back, getting nice and narrow towards your sit bones. And as you exhale, you press the earth away. The shoulder blades widen and spread apart from each other. You inhale, they come narrow. You exhale, your shoulder blades widen. And now bring that awareness to the sit bones here. Notice that as you pull forward, those sit bones open up in the back. They become nice and wide. And as you exhale and you press away, those sit bones kind of roll underneath you. They come nice and narrow towards the front. Inhaling, those sit bones widen and open behind you. Exhaling, the sit bones come narrow towards the front. Continue just at your pace for just a couple more. Beautiful. Take a deep inhale. Go ahead and exhale, walk those hands back in. Go ahead and cross your legs in front of you. Extend your arms right out in front. Fingertips open up wide. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, crunch your fingers in towards that first knuckle. Really find it. And then I want you to make fists. And then as if you're holding heavy pails into your fingers, pull those knuckles towards the earth. You're going to get a nice stretch through the tops of the wrists here. Inhale, find that first knuckle. Open up the hands. Exhale, find that first knuckle again. Make the fists, hold the heavy pails. Keep those elbows straight while you do this. Knuckles reaching towards the earth. Opening up, finding that first knuckle, spreading those fingers nice and wide, getting through every joint here. Fingers towards the first knuckle. One more time, heavy pails reaching down towards the earth. Woo! And go ahead and open those fingers back up, finding that first knuckle. Beautiful. Give it a little shake. Inhale, arms rise up overhead. Exhale, palms come to heart center. Go ahead and pull forward onto all fours. If you are sitting onto a cushion, go ahead and just move that out to the side. Start with just a couple cat-cows here. Inhaling, opening up the spine. Exhaling, pressing the earth away. Become aware of the sit bones, what they're doing here. It's that same thing as you arc the spine and the sit bones come wide behind you. Then as you round towards the earth, the sit bones come forward and narrow. And the same with the shoulder blades. It's just important to become aware of what's happening inside our body as we move. Another one. Exhaling out. Go ahead and find a neutral spine. And just press back into child's pose. Take a few breaths here, stretching the fingertips forward and away from you. Sit bones heavy towards the heels, and just allow the head to hang heavy towards the earth. As you're breathing here, send your breath deep and low to the backs of your lungs, the backs and lowest part of your lungs. Almost pretend like you're breathing deep into your low back. Take advantage of your breath and make it a full, deep breath. Go ahead and inhale. Your shoulders are going to come up over your palms. Tuck those toes under. Exhale, press back into your down dog. And just take a moment, be gentle with yourself here. Allow yourself to pedal out the feet 1 foot at a time. I like to pretend like I'm digging through sand here with my toes, digging a little hole with my toes. If you are ever doing, or just at the beach or in any area with sand, just do this in the sand. It feels so good, allowing the sand to run through your toes as you pedal through your feet. And as you've welcomed that stretch to the back of your legs, go ahead and find stillness, pressing both heels in towards the earth. Maybe you need to rock the hips a little bit getting into this. And then just allow your underarms kind of press towards your ankles here. Continuing to breathe. The bending part of your elbow, roll it in. So if you were to bend your elbows would kind of come towards the mat actually. Take another deep, full breath here. Go ahead and exhale, shoulders pull up over the palms, and your knees are going to come to a float. So your knees are going to float just a couple inches above the mat here. Keep your shoulders nice and strong. Palms are pushing away from the earth. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pressing back. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, engage through the core. Pull that belly towards the spine. Once again, floating the knees. Keeping the neck nice and long, noticing what your shoulder blades are doing. They want to be in their sweet spot. So you don't want the shoulder blades too open. You don't want them too narrow. Find that sweet spot of the shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, press on back. One more time, deep inhale. Exhale, pull the shoulders up over the wrists. Knees float for the last time. Maybe not the last time, but for this series. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, knees come to the earth. Press back, child's pose. Allow yourself to roll out the wrists. Give yourself a moment. Beautiful. Go ahead and inhale those shoulders up over the palms. Exhale, your heart is going to come close to the mat. And from here, I want you to think about strings are attached to the backs of your elbows, and those strings are going to pull your elbows back. And so you're going to open up through the collarbones, open up through the heart, breathing here. Those elbows are pulled in close to your ribs. And as you're here, there's not too much weight onto your hands. It's really those back extensor muscles working here. Continue to breathe. Go ahead and inhale, press the earth away. Exhale, press back, child's pose. Once again, inhale, pull the shoulders up over the palms. Exhale, heart towards the mat. Inhale, those elbows draw back, the heart draws forward, collarbones are nice and open, breathing here. Elbows are squeezing in towards the ribs. Take another full breath. Another full exhale. Inhale, press the earth away. Keep the neck long. The heart is pulling you up. Exhale, press back. Being gentle with yourself. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, heart between the palms. Inhale, elbows draw back, heart draws forward. And this time you have the option to either stay here, or if you would like to, you can reach your palms behind you. And you can either just stretch your fingers towards your toes, getting a nice opening through the collarbones, or you can clasp your hands behind your back and reach the knuckles long away from you. Breathing. Whatever variation you choose, commit to it. And don't push your limit line. Know where your limit line is and just get close to it. You don't need to meet that limit line. You don't need to cross that limit line. And even just getting close to it, that limit line is going to slowly get further away. And you're going to notice your capacity changes. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, go ahead and release the palms. If they were clasped behind you, place those palms back under your shoulders. Full exhale. Inhale, pressing the earth away. Exhale down. Child's pose. Full breath in. Full breath out. Go ahead and take your right hand, step it over to the right. Take your left hand, stack it, your left hand on top of the right hand. Just take a few moments here, breathing deep into the side body, deep into the left ribs. Take advantage of that openness there. One more full breath. And as you exhale, go ahead and step the left hand back through center and over to the left. Right hand's going to stack on top of it. Breathing deep into the side body. Sending that breath deep into the right side. Feeling the, you almost feel the skin stretching here as you're breathing. It's not just the bones moving around the ribs as you breathe, it's the skin as well. All that fascia. All that connective tissue. Go ahead and exhale, step your hands back through center. Inhale, shoulders back over the palms. Exhale, tuck those toes, send those hips back. Beautiful. Take a full breath in here. Press your fingertips into the mat. Exhale. Pressing your fingertips into the mat helps to take some of the pressure off your wrists. So if you have wrist pain, be sure to put a little bit more pressure into your fingertips. You can also have your hands on the block here if you are one to have wrist pain. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, start to walk your feet towards your hands. And then just allow your body to be soft here. Allow your thumbs to kind of just hook into your elbows. Allow your knees to stay soft. Allow your body to just fold forward like a wet rag on a wire. Maybe just sway side to side. Allow gravity to just kind of lengthen the space between each vertebrae. Gravity pulls us down, all the time, making us feel a little bit shorter. But we can use gravity to our advantage. We just got to get upside down. We can lengthen our spine with gravity. Go ahead and find stillness, and then just start to nod your head yes, and shake it no. And then yes, one more time for good measure. Beautiful. Go ahead and find stillness here. Bring your awareness to your feet. Root your feet deep into the earth. You're going to take an inhale, and you're just going to come up halfway, engaging through the quads, pulling those kneecaps up. Your palms can be onto your shins, onto the earth, whatever works for you. That belly is pulled in towards your spine and up towards your heart. Shoulder blades are pulled down and back. We're going to take a moment here with the head and the heart at the same level. Breathing here. Notice what your sit bones are doing. They should be in that sweet spot or even possibly a little bit open to the back. If you're too round and those sit bones are too narrow, try your best to open up those sit bones, becoming aware of what the sit bones are doing. Same with the shoulder blades. Try not to let them be too broad and wide. Pull those shoulder blades narrow and back. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, fold forward. Then you have the option to round up or flat back. We're going to come all the way up to a standing. Your favorite way. You're going to rise the arms up over your head as you inhale. Exhale, bring those palms to heart center. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Take a moment and just check in with yourself. Notice how you're feeling. Stay inside. Go ahead and inhale, rise the arms up, reaching up towards the sky, stretching the body long towards the sky and the feet deep towards the earth. Exhale, fold forward, creating space in the hips as you fold, pulling that belly in. Inhale to your halfway lift. Those kneecaps are rising up the legs, shoulder blades pulling down the back, engaging the core. Exhale, folding forward, keeping the knees soft if you need to. Inhale, rise into your chair pose. Your sit bones are going to sit back and they're going to become nice and wide. You don't want those sit bones closed and narrow. You want them nice and wide and open, and your arms are going to come on forward. Between your palms, I want you to feel like you're holding a big ball of energy here. Those shoulder blades are pulled down the back, neck is long, breathing here for a couple more breaths. That belly is engaged, pulling towards the spine and up towards the heart. Supporting the low spine. Take a deep inhale, lengthening the spine out from the pelvis. Exhale, fold on forward. Be soft with yourself. Be easy with yourself. Inhale, rise all the way up, flat back or round, your choice. Exhale, palms come into heart center. Take a full breath. Inhale, rise up overhead. Exhale, folding forward. Nice and slow and easy with yourself. Coming into flat back, engaging the core and quads. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale into your chair pose. The sit bones are nice and wide. Exhale, pull those palms to heart center. Find your breath here, and I want you to just attach your thumbs onto your sternum. Take a deep breath in, lengthening the spine out from the pelvis, and ever so slightly, you're just going to rotate your upper body towards the right as you exhale, and inhale back through center. Exhale, just a slight twist, still to the right, back through center. Exhale, twist, coming back through center. Your core is engaged, supporting the low spine. Rotate and back. It's important we keep our thumbs pressed into the sternum here so we can really feel this into our core. If we're just turning our arms, we're not going to get too much out of this. Keep those thumbs pressed into the sternum and make that rotation happen. And notice that your knees are still locked at the same level. They're not switching around. Notice that your hips are locked at the same level. They're not moving around. Keep that bowl nice and steady. Go ahead and find center. Inhale, arms rise in your chair pose. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Flat back or round. Exhale, palms come to heart center. Take a full breath in. A full breath out. You may notice that you feel your obliques a little bit more fiery on one side of the body than to the other. And we're about to even that out. Go ahead and inhale, arms rise up towards the sky, stretching the body long. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back, engaging the core, engaging the quads. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming into your chair sit. Exhale, drawing the thumbs towards the sternum. Press those thumbs into the sternum. Inhale, the spine lengthens out from the pelvis. Exhale, rotating to the other side just slightly and back through. Inhale. Bring it back. Exhale as you twist. Inhale as you return. And those same things to think about. Those knees should not be shifting around. The hips should not be shifting around. It's just the upper body moving here. So really think about only moving the thoracic spine, which is the spine where the ribs are. We'll do a couple more. Be sure those thumbs stay pressed into the sternum. Keep that belly supporting the spine. Couple more. I already said that, but we're going to do just one more. Really get into those obliques. Go ahead and find center. Inhale, arms rise up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, folding your chair forward. Inhale, all the way up, flat back or round. Exhale, palms to heart center. Full breath in. And full breath out. Beautiful. Go ahead and inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale into your chair. Exhale here. Take a deep inhale. Lengthening the spine. Exhale, step the right leg back. Finding yourself in this crescent lunge, high crescent lunge. Stretching your fingertips towards the earth. That right hip is pulling forward. That left hip is pulling back. Nice square into the hips. If you feel low back pain here, you may need to bend that back leg a little bit and give a slight tuck to the pelvis. Play with it. Find what's best for you. Breathing here for a moment. Nice and open into the hips. Take a deep breath in. Reach for the sky, but start to slow and control. Bend that back leg, slow and control down to the earth. Beautiful. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, open up the heart, frame that front foot, and straighten through that front leg. If you have blocks, you might want blocks on either side of your leg right here. If you do not have blocks and you cannot reach the earth, simply place your palms onto your hips. The important thing here is that that left hip is drawing back and that left heel is pressing into the earth. You're going to get a nice stretch into your hamstring. If you're finding yourself to have a little bit of balance issues here, go ahead and spread your heel a little bit out to the side more. You'll notice that wider stance helps you to keep your balance. Another full breath or two. And go ahead and inhale, bend that front leg, sweep the arms up. Take a moment here. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, the left arm drops down, the right arm arcs over. Nice stretch to the right side body. Breathing, always. Deep inhale, rising that arm. Exhale it out, tuck the back toe under. You might guess what's coming. Reach towards the sky, take a deep inhale. And exhale, press the earth away from you, rising back up into your crescent lunge. Breathe here for a moment. If you have balance issues, keep that stance nice and wide. And the secret here is just to commit to that movement. Commit to pressing the earth away from you and reaching towards the sky. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to step that back leg forward and fold forward. Beautiful. Go ahead and rise all the way up. Nice and easy with yourself, flat back or around. Exhale, palms come to heart center. A full breath in. And a full breath out. And just check in with yourself. Inhale, rise the arms, stretching the body long. Exhale, go ahead and fold forward. Inhale, find your halfway lift, engaging the core, engaging the quads. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into your chair pose. Take an exhale. Inhale, lengthen the spine out from the pelvis. Exhale, step that left leg back, or whichever leg you didn't do last time, switching it up. Stay here for a moment, continuing to breathe. Be sure that that front leg, that right hip is pulling back, that left hip is pressing forward. Breathing here. And if you do feel that pain into the low back, you might need to tuck those hips under. Continuing to breathe. Feeling that nice stretch, nice and open. Another full breath. Neck is long. Take a deep inhale. Reach those fingers towards the earth and ever so carefully, slowly start to bend that back leg towards the earth. Setting the knee down onto the earth very gently, like setting a fancy glass down onto the counter. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, open up the heart. Frame that foot, either grabbing onto your blocks or onto your hips. Press that leg, front leg straight. Getting deep into that hamstring here. We want to be sure that our heart is still kind of open here and guiding your energy forward. If we're too round in the back, it's going to be more of a nervy stretch, more of a spine stretch, but we really want to get into that hamstring. So be sure to pull that right hip back, press that left heel deep towards the earth. Really feel it into the hamstring. And the choice is yours of what to do with the foot. If flexing the toes back gives you too much of a strain on the back of the knee, it's more of a nervy stretch, go ahead and just relax the foot. You might feel it a little bit more into the belly of the hamstring. But do continue to press the heel into the earth. Allowing your breath to soften the muscles, allowing the stretch to happen. One more full breath in. And full breath out. Go ahead and inhale, sweep the arms forward, bending the front knee. Exhale, right arm comes towards the earth, left arm arcs over, getting a nice stretch through the side body, through the front of the left hip. Breathing here for a couple breaths. The more you breathe into it, the more you may feel that you're able to release into the posture a little bit deeper. And some days you move a little bit faster than other days. Other days it takes a lot of breaths to get where you want to go, and that's okay. Just be easy with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Go ahead and inhale, rising that bottom arm. Exhale, tucking that back toe under, reaching the arms towards the sky. You guessed what's next. Take a deep inhale to prepare. Exhale, press the earth away from you, reaching towards the sky, coming back into your crescent. Beautiful. Take a moment here to breathe. Take a deep inhale to prepare. Exhale, weight transfers to the front foot. Fold forward. Go ahead and inhale all the way up, flat back or around, whatever fits you. Exhale, palms come to heart center. Beautiful. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more time, full breath in. And full breath out. Inhale, arms are going to reach up towards the sky. Exhale, stretch them out to the side. And then go ahead and pause with your arms in the shape of a letter T. Have beams of light going through each palm. Have laser lights coming through each fingertip. And spread that light as far as you can. Continuing to breathe here. Energy is pressing through your palms, almost like you're standing in a hallway and you're pressing the walls away from you. Breathing here. Pulling those fingertips back, really feeling that burn. Another breath. Inhale, scoop all that energy up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Take a moment and just check in. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, good, and just soften the knees and allow yourself to fold forward. Keep the knees nice and soft here. Allow the head to hang. Now I want you to soften your knees until your hands can meet the mat. And then go ahead and continue to soften your knees and allow your hips to come heavy towards your heels, coming into a little squat here. Now press your heels a little higher, pressing almost the balls of your feet into the earth, pressing into the ankles. The inner thighs are squeezed towards each other. Take a deep breath in. Go ahead and exhale. Have the heels come back a little bit closer to the earth. They're not touching the earth, but they're maybe a couple inches away. The big toes are going to touch. The heels are going to touch. Your knees are going to open up out to the sides. And you're going to go ahead and stretch those hands forward. If you have sensitive knees, go ahead and skip this one. You may want to just sit down into a butterfly stretch if you have sensitive knees. Take another full breath. Another full exhale. One more full inhale. And one more full exhale. Just really allowing that stretch into the low back, that opening up of the hips. This feels yummy. And go ahead and walk those hands back in. And ever so gracefully and gently, if you're able to, you're going to come onto your sit bones. You might need to use your hands for support behind you. You're just going to roll back onto your sit bones and you're going to extend those legs out in front of you. And as you're here, I want you to imagine that there's strings on the bottom of your heels, pulling your feet and legs out from your hips. So you're going to start to feel some space into your hips, pulling those heels away. Go ahead and inhale. Arms are going to rise up. Exhale. Your heart is going to draw forward and your tailbone is going to draw back. Your arms are still engaged. That ball of energy is between your palms here. Take a deep inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, hinging at the hips a little bit deeper, heart drawing forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, that heart draws forward a little bit deeper. Tail pulls back a little bit further. One more inhale, lengthening the spine. One more exhale, drawing the heart forward. And then go ahead and just relax over top your legs, whatever that means for you. If you need to support your forehead because you have too much tension into your neck, go ahead and bend your elbows and allow your forehead to rest onto your palms. If you're okay with a stretch through the back of your spine, allow yourself to just be soft over your legs. Stay here for 3, at least maybe 4 solid breaths. Go ahead and inhale, reach those fingertips out, draw up with a flat back. Exhale, palms reach out to the sides. Go ahead and give those shoulders a nice circle, up and back, up and back. One more, inhaling them up, exhaling them back. Beautiful. Those palms are going to rest onto your thighs here. Once again, those heels are pulling out like there's strings on your heels, pulling them away from you, creating space into your hips. Take a deep inhale here. On your exhale, you're going to pretend like you're getting punched almost towards your pubic bone. You're getting a deep punch. This is a very deep punch that you're getting. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, that punch comes a little bit just above your pubic bone. So you're going to start to notice that your body's going to start to curl a little bit. Take another deep inhale. Keep that neck long. Exhale, that punch comes just below the belly button towards the navel. You're going to notice you're starting to really curl down deep into your pelvis. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, that punch is right onto the navel just below the belly button. Breathing here. One more inhale. Exhale, another punch right into the belly button, really scooping deep, keeping the neck long. The gaze can be towards the navel. And notice if your belly's kind of doming out. If your belly's doming out, you may need to readjust yourself and try your best to scoop it in. Very often when we activate our abs, they tend to dome out. But if we're able to scoop them in towards our spine, we can get a much stronger connection into the core here. So do your best to scoop them in towards your spine, pulling them towards the spine and up towards the heart, like you're getting punched deep into the core, punched and almost like in and up. It's a little rough, but that's kind of the sensation that you're having here. Continuing to breathe. I know the core is firing up. Take a deep inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale, reach the hands forward, rise all the way up. Inhale. Beautiful. Allow the palms to come back down to the shins, to the, what are these, quads. Take a deep inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, once again, you're getting punched deep, punched a little bit higher. Punch towards the navel, punch towards the belly button. Feel yourself scooping inch by inch. Deep core activation. Take a deep inhale. If you take the challenge, you can rise your arms up as you inhale, and you can exhale, your arms circle around. We'll just do 2 more of these. Inhaling, the arms rise. Exhaling, they circle around. Noticing what that core is doing. You might feel it. I'm sure you do. Take a deep inhale, palms rested on the thighs. Exhale, slow and control. See if you can roll all the way back down. Slow and control, slow and control. Core is active, core is active, core is active. 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way to the mat. And then just go ahead and allow yourself to be soft. Maybe stretch your arms out over your head, allowing yourself to kind of just wiggle it out. Maybe stretching one hand and then the other. 1 foot away from you and then the other. Beautiful. Go ahead and tuck your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Place both palms onto your knees. And just keep your knees together and kind of just assist your knees into circles. Get a nice massage onto the low back. Onto the back of the pelvis. Go ahead and switch the direction of those circles. Just enjoy the sensation of contact with the earth. That's all this is just being in contact with the earth. Go ahead and take a deep inhale. As you exhale, you're going to keep that right thigh pulled in towards your abdomen. That left leg is going to reach long along the mat. If you'd like to, you can circle that ankle a couple times. Finding your breath here. allowing the thigh to really pull into the abdomen, massaging the ascending colon here. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, allow that knee to open up out to the side, possibly hooking the knee into your elbow. If not, that knee can hook right into your palm, and you just open it out to the side, getting a nice opening through the hips. And as you're here, remember to imagine as if there's a heavy weight onto that left hip, keeping it pressed towards the earth. If you would like to, you can even engage through your left leg, press that heel away from you. Continuing to breathe here. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, use your left hand to assist your right leg across your body. Right hand comes out into the letter T, just half of a T, I guess, since it's only your right side. That left hand is kind of just assisting the right leg, kind of long away from you. You're just creating a little bit of space into the low back, a little bit of space into the hip. We're not really cranking the twist here. Allow your gaze to come over towards your right palm. Keep both shoulders heavy into the earth. One more full breath. As you exhale, go ahead and roll back through center. Take your right knee. You're going to cross it over top your left. So your knees are going to be crossed. If this is not an option for you, you can go ahead and come into your figure four, crossing your ankle on top of your left knee. But if you'd like to, cross at the knees and just pull those knees in towards your belly. You're going to get a nice stretch into the right glute here. If you're not feeling it too much, take your ankle and just give it a little tug a little bit closer to your body. You're going to notice that stretch a little bit more. Continuing to breathe here. Send your breath to that tight area. Allow it to soften with each exhale. Your breath holds so much power. Take advantage of it. One more full inhale. As you exhale, go ahead and uncross the knees. Allow the legs to just reach long for a moment. Just wiggle the hips out before we come on to the other side. Just allow your body to be heavy and just check in for a moment. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, those knees are going to tuck back in towards your chest. Give yourself that nice hug. This time the left thigh stays pulled in towards your abdomen. That right leg reaches long. Massaging the descending colon this time, possibly giving some circles into your ankle if you would like to. Another deep inhale. And as you exhale, allow that left knee to fall open to the outside of your body, possibly hooking it into your elbow or hooking it into your palm, whatever is right for you. Remember that heavy weight pressing onto the right hip this time. And if you would like to, you can even engage the right foot, pulling those toes back, pressing the heel away from you. Nice opening of the hips here. Continuing to breathe. Another full breath. And on your next exhale, go ahead and take your right hand, place it onto your left knee and assist it across your body. That left hand's going to come out to a T. That right hand just assists the left leg kind of long and away from you at an angle, just creating that space into the low back, space into the hip. Your gaze is towards your left fingertips. Both shoulders are heavy into the earth. Do your best not to crank that twist here. We're just creating space. It's not too much about the twist. Taking those full breaths and just allowing your body to soften as you breathe through this. We'll take one more full breath in. One more full breath out. And go ahead and roll back through center. Once again, either crossing at the knees or coming into the figure four stretch where your ankle is in front of your knee, on top of your thigh, I guess I should say. Whichever way you do, give those legs a nice tug in towards you. You're going to get that stretch into your left glute. If you're not feeling that stretch too much, grab onto your ankle and just give it that little tug towards you. You'll really feel that stretch fire up. And just breathe deep into the glute, allowing it to soften, allowing your body to accept the stretch, and welcoming space and length into your body. Taking advantage of each fulfilling breath. Another full breath in and full breath out. Go ahead and release the cross of the legs. Stretch those legs long, and once again, just give those hips a nice little wiggle. Beautiful. Go ahead and bend both knees, having your heels in line with your glutes. Allow your palms to come next to the mat. Take a deep breath in. Rise the hips up. Breathe here for a moment. The palms of the feet and the palms of the hands and the tops of the shoulders are pressing into the earth. The collarbones feel nice and open. Breathing here. Deep breath in. Exhale, hips come back towards the earth. Take a full breath at the bottom. Inhale, hinge those hips back up, pressing the earth away from you with your palms and your feet and your shoulders. And if you would like to, you can either stay here or you can go on and come into full cave pose by clasping your hands behind your back and kind of wiggling and tucking those shoulder blades underneath you. If you choose the option of full cave pose, think about pressing your pinky fingers in towards the earth. No matter where you are, your feet are pressed into the earth and the tops of those shoulders are pressed into the earth. And also, we have strings on the front of each hip, and they are pulling up towards the sky. The hips are nice and open. Breathing long, deep breaths here. Take a deep inhale. If your hands are clasped, go ahead and unclasp your hands. Untuck those shoulders and exhale. Allow the hips to come back towards the earth. Go ahead and tuck those knees in towards your chest, possibly rocking side to side, massaging the paraspinals. And just take a moment and do whatever your body feels it needs to close out your practice today. Maybe you need a happy baby. Maybe you want to open up your heart some more. Whatever you feel you need. If you come into happy baby, just hook those fingers around the big toes and just allow the knees to open up wide. Allow your back to kind of neutralize, your whole spine pressing into the earth. It's a beautiful feeling, a very grounded feeling that it can give you, just to have all of that contact with the earth. And as you're ready, you're going to find yourself into your Savasana, allowing your arms and legs to be about a 45-degree angle from your center line. Just in a space so that energy can flow smoothly through your body. In a space so that air can get to every crevice and curve of your body. And as you're here, come back to your breath. Come back inside your body. Take a moment to see how you're feeling. Notice anything that might be talking to you. Maybe something spoke to you during class. Maybe a certain joint was like, oh, hey, that doesn't feel too great. And just listen to those things. Become aware of them. Or maybe you responded really well to one certain posture, one certain pose. And just become aware of it. Take this time to reflect and just to allow the energy to flow smoothly through your body. Allow your muscles to feel as if they're melting off of your bones, becoming heavy into the earth. And just follow your breath. Bring your awareness back. Notice the sensation of your body into the earth, all those points of contact that you have. Take a deep inhale. Exhale it out. One more full deep breath. Hold the breath on the fullness. Exhale it out. Return to your natural breathing pattern. Go ahead and wiggle the fingers and wiggle the toes. Go ahead and circle the wrists and circle the ankles. Go ahead and stretch that body long, kind of like it's that first long, big stretch in the morning. You can even stretch your face, allow yourself to yawn. Go ahead and exhale, tuck those knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Tell your body, good job, and mean it. Tell your body, I love you, and mean it. As you're ready, just go ahead and rock onto your side, either side, it doesn't matter which side. Just take a moment here in the fetus position. Keep the eyes heavy, allow them to stay rested. This is the position we all started our lives in. It brings us back to comfort, brings us back to warmth and security. Just take a moment here to feel that comfort, to feel that warmth, to feel that security. Keep your eyes heavy, let them rest. Take a deep breath in. Go ahead and press your palms into the earth, assisting yourself back into a seated position, keeping your eyes heavy. Allow your palms to just rest upon your knees. Allow those sit bones to become grounded into the earth. Finding that sweet spot, maybe you need to rock the pelvis front and back a couple of times. Just once you find that sweet spot, just find stillness. Take your breath to root through those sit bones. Find that groundedness. Bring that energy in through the belly, gently engaging the cord and just pulling that energy up towards your heart. Feeling that lightness, that brightness into your heart. Allow that heart to stay open. Maybe roll those shoulders up and back. Keep that heart nice and open. The body is strong, sturdy, but relaxed. That light from the heart is going to rise up through the neck. and just come out from the crown of the head, drawing that lightness up from the crown of the head. Allow the chin to slightly tuck, and allow the gaze to come towards your third eye, that focus towards the third eye, that spot between the brows. And just enjoy a moment of stillness. Deep, full inhale. Exhale all out. Bring those palms up to heart center. Press the palms together, feeling gratitude into your heart. Go ahead and start to rub the palms together, create some friction some more. Some good energy in between the palms. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, take that good energy from your palms and place it right over top your eyelids, pressing your palms in towards your eye sockets, kind of massaging around the eye sockets. Go ahead and squeeze your eyes nice and tight, and then just lighten them. Squeeze the eyes tight, relax them. Squeeze them tight one more time, and just start to blink the light back into your eyes. Keep your palms over your eyes for now, and just with your eyes in their sockets, roll the eyes up. And then roll the eyes down in their sockets. Roll the eyes up in their sockets. Roll them down. Just the eyes moving in the sockets. Go ahead and do a circle each direction with the eyes into the sockets. Eyes in the sockets, rolling the other direction. Go ahead and squeeze those eyes tight one more time. Then blink that light back into your eyes. Go ahead and massage into the scalp, into the head, neck, and shoulders. And allow yourself to just bring yourself back. Maybe a bit of a massage onto the low spine. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you feel good. Namaste.